About this committee change,
Yeah.
it's sort of an about face, and it is a little scary for some people. Are we getting rid of the traditional civic committee?
No, we have lots of. We're just working on reappointing a number of them: heritage, accessibility, planning advisory. Great number of committees, frankly, are statutory committees, and some committees that we just felt were important to continue to implement some important legislation. For example, the Heritage Committee, which is not a statutory committee, but one which we're going to continue. Our airport committee, so a number of them are continuing. What we're looking at is some of those discretionary committees, which we have appointed and not appointed over the years, created new ones. Economic development was relatively new, and some others, and looking at a different way to structure them, mostly to bring more people into the process and to make the experience more rewarding for those people who are in the process. We think people who want to volunteer now want to volunteer on a shorter term basis and with a high return on the time invested. And we think that we can deliver that with this program, and that hopefully the end result will be many more people involved, new people who haven't been involved in our committee processes in the past. We can tap into them when we have important issues to consider. We can ask them for their sometimes professional advice. One thing I've heard many times over the last number of years is how many extremely talented and expert people we have living in Saugeen Shores, and it's true. And this is a way to bring those people in. They're busy people. They got lots on the go. They can't commit often to 2 years or 4 years. So let's bring them in, short period of time. Here's an important issue. Give us your views in 2 or 3 or 4 meetings, and then maybe we won't call on you again for a year or two. And so it's flexible. It's different, and I know and different is sometimes hard to wrap your head around. But I really think that it's going to be exciting and a new and dynamic way to engage citizens in the community, which is frankly what our committees are supposed to be all about.
Is this being done anywhere else that you're aware of?
The CAO would have some comments on that. I'm sure it's really drawn from his experience in other municipalities. He has a very broad experience across Ontario in municipal government. Is it exactly the same as another program? Probably not. It's going to be a bit of a hybrid on some different things that have been done. And what we're going to end up with is sort of maybe a Made in Saugeen Shores solution. But I've been saying for a long time, certainly since the inauguration, that Saugeen Shores is a community of leaders, and I'm not afraid at all of being a leader in terms of how we structure and engage our citizens.
There were concerns raised, though, that staff might have too much control over who's on these teams, as you call them, and that the Vice Deputy Mayor and Councillor Mayette wanted to see the lists brought to Council.
Well, we're going to develop a policy on this. We haven't structured it yet. All we've done is say it's an idea, and it's an idea Council seems to like because we moved it forward. Now we're going to structure the policy, and we'll see where we want to take it. Obviously, we want Council to be able to engage with the public, but it's also useful for the administration to be able to engage with the public too. Get those people in at that. A lot of the work, the real on-the-ground work, is being done at the administration level on a day-to-day basis. And I would like to open it up so that members of the public could engage directly with our staff to help inform their decisions, so they get public input. I'm not afraid of having the public engage directly with the administration. I think if we're going to strike big committees and look for reports and make decisions, Council needs to do that. All decision making, and let's be really clear, we are not outsourcing decision making. All decision making, spending money, all those things will be made at the Council table, which is the way it has always been and will continue to be. It's just a question of let's be a little bit more dynamic about how we bring people into the process. Let's get them in there, and let's not start from a place of being afraid. Let's start from a place of being confident that we can do smart things and that we don't need to be afraid of it.